Good morning. Let's spend Sunday in Minneapolis together.
I was sick for 11 days, so I have a to-do list this morning for a true recovery day. Fill meds, did that. Morning hygiene, did that. Apartment reset, that would be cleaning up all of my shit because I haven't done anything because I was sick for 11 days.
You all know I love a before and after shot.
Before, after. As you can see, it's snowy as hell in Minneapolis. I think it's what's the temperature right now, television? 9 degrees. And yes, it's dusty. Okay, we're not going for a cleaning right now. We're just going for tidying up. Before, after.
By the way, if you have been paying attention to the news at all, you may be aware that there is a situation in Minneapolis happening right now. Our city has been invaded by federal ICE agents, and they are wreaking terror on the local population. There's been a lot of resistance, and I have been stuck inside with the flu for all of 2026 so far. But just so you know, we are going to leave the house in this video. We're going to go a couple places. I'm not purposely seeking anything out, but we are just going to go out and see what the temperature is in Minneapolis right now. But as Voltaire said, we have to tend our own gardens, so let me finish up in my apartment first. You know, I lived in poverty for a long time, and one thing I never understood is how people with dishwashers could be lazy about doing the dishes. Well, I finally got one, and guess what?
Like, it's so easy. It's embarrassing. Oh, never mind my fingernail in the shot. I'm a professional YouTuber, guys.
Actually, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go out and do my errands first before I finish cleaning my apartment. It's getting a little late and I have to get to the pharmacy on time because I'm out of lamotrigine, which is one of my bipolar medications. It's an anticonvulsant, and if you stop taking it suddenly, you can get a horrible rash that is life-threatening. Like, imagine a rash that makes you look like you are a burn patient. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm a little nervous to leave the house. I don't think anything will probably happen when I leave the house, but apparently there's stuff going on everywhere. I don't know if you've seen this in the videos, but people have whistles to warn when they see ICE agents. I bought a whistle and I'm wearing it. I made it to the pharmacy without issue, but it's really difficult to describe the level of paranoia that I am experiencing. And maybe I'm reading into things, but everybody looks concerned. Everybody, the faces on the people who are just standing on street corners, the faces of other drivers, the vibe is different, and it's very upsetting. Here's the hospital. I go to the hospital pharmacy because I couldn't do Walgreens anymore. I was gonna kill someone. It's kind of a beautiful place, isn't it? The architecture. It says, don't give up. Rights for all. Stand strong. I drove here because it was on the way and because I want to show you something. See this building right here? That building? That's where I lived from 2014 to September 2025. And if you know anything about Minneapolis, you know that these big towers in the back here, this is the Somali capital of Minnesota. It's probably the Somali capital of the United States. I lived in this neighborhood. I started working in the furniture store that's behind that fucking truck in 2009. I was in this neighborhood for 16 years, and I just left in September. And when that Nazi fuck was in Minneapolis yesterday, the guy who got his ass beat downtown, this is where he was headed. My fucking community. This is where he was coming with his Nazi rally
to harass the people in this neighborhood that I called home since 2009. This is extremely fucking personal for me.
Well, I'm back at home. I look a mess. I went to Target and nothing happened, but you know what I did notice is that nobody's out. Target, it's Sunday. Target is usually totally full of people. There's like no one there. And the people who are there, very quiet. There is a palpable, solemn tone everywhere in public right now. And I wanted to share something. Part of the reason why I'm so worked up today is yesterday I heard a news story that made me want to vomit. There was a family coming home from basketball practice in Minneapolis with a bunch of kids in the car. And they drove up, there was an ice raid, and there were people in the street fighting back. And they got in the middle of this somehow, and ICE threw a smoke bomb underneath their car with all the children in the car. And it was bystanders who pulled the people out of the car, and they got the kids out, and the last kid that they got out was a 6-month-old baby who had foam coming out of his nose and mouth and had to be given CPR. I don't know if you've ever seen like a video or a picture of someone who's drowned to death, but the foam that comes out of their nose and mouth, when I heard that, I don't even know how much more radicalized I can get, honestly. And that is what is happening in Minneapolis right now. It is happening all over the city. There are 3,000 ICE agents here. They outnumber our police more than 3-1. And the police, God knows, they're not on the side of the people. I spoke to my sisters on the phone when I got home. And one of my sisters has been out every day at protests. And she said that she lives in a more immigrant neighborhood than I live in now, and she sees the ICE agents every day. She said that today, one of her neighbors, an old Hmong man, if you don't know, Hmong is an ethnicity of people from Southeast Asia. There's a large Hmong population in Minneapolis. That there's an old man, like 80 years old or something, and they pulled him out of his house in boxer shorts, a robe, and sandals. It's 9 degrees, but feels like negative temperatures. They pulled him out of his house in his pajamas and just disappeared him. You know, they're saying that when they get you, that you're out of the state within 3 hours. And you know, I went to Target and I got my shit and I got food and I'm at home and I've been watching YouTube and playing my little phone game, and I don't know. I guess I'm just not gonna do anymore. Here's how my day is going. The situation here is bad, and I'm gonna go now. Goodbye.